Two now, so
Two.
increasing gradually.
Is this how many phones you've got? What's with the 10 phones?
No, it's good. It's good. I've got a good little system going, so it's nice. Just have them like that.
It's all right. I'm just as bad. I've got two myself. For people I don't like and for people I like.
Exactly. You got to keep them haters on one phone and the other ones on the other. Do you know what I mean?
Makes perfect sense. Anyway, introductions aside, October Red Boxing back with the lovely Josh Kelly. It's always a pleasure to see her. A fighter that actually kind of warm to. Maybe, I don't know, personal reasons, stuff that you've been through. And like at the top table there, quite open and honest about a tough fight that you went through with Ava. Talk to us about that.
Listen, I've never really opened up on that. And I've had a lot of questions off the back of interviews saying, well, what, he just keeps blaming this, he keeps saying this, and there's nothing behind it. And people can, like I said before, people can believe it or not. There's only the group of people who went through that fight with us and myself who knows what happened. And it was 2 weeks. It was about 2-3 weeks before that. It was I started thinking, right, I'm getting ill. Then I was like, right, and I need to get some antibiotics just to like double down. So then I went to a private doctor, got that. Obviously, when I was making that weight, I was tight on the weight. So when you take antibiotics, you know it all. You don't really visit the toilet as much as you would normally. Do you know what I mean? It starts to kill your antibodies inside and everything, and that happened. And then obviously going into fight weight, it was just getting, obviously in the COVID times as well. And imagine that, me being back then, like you said, a hypochondriac, right? I was thinking I need to wash my hands constantly, and we're all in this hotel together, and I'm losing my head, and I'm sat there, and I'm on the phone to my dad here, and I remember being on the phone to my dad. It's actually quite dark, some of the stuff, but I was on the phone with my dad, and I was going, Dad, I'm ill. I'm badly ill. He's going, you're not, son, you're not. I was like, I am. And I'd just cut, and I'd be literally on the phone to him before I was doing the press conference, nearly in tears, screaming down the phone, having an argument with him. Then he'd say, I've just watched you on the press conference, you look fine. I was like, yeah, but that's all, I've got to play that part to come back. And then I was in the hotel room on the Tuesday or whenever it was, and I was just looking at the thing thinking, I cannot sleep, I cannot sleep. And then when you're checking the time, worrying about sleep, you're checking, thinking, what time's it now? 2 o'clock, what time's it now? 3:30, and then you're looking, thinking, I've got no sleep. So on a Wednesday night, obviously, a lot of fighters will know that there's not, in your bedroom, there's a minibar, but it never gets opened, because obviously you're fighting and there's nothing put behind desks because promoters pay for it, so they're not expected to be in the minibar. I brought the minibar open, and I did 3 bottles of whiskey, and I just felt like little, obviously mini ones, but because I had nothing in it, I just felt like, oof. I went, had a sleep, woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, anxious again, I was having panic attacks and all this, and then I went into the fight night, and I remember being asleep on the sofa about half an hour before we were ready to walk, and then I said, Adam, I need some caffeine, so he gives us these 2 caffeine shots, SIS caffeine shots, and I already had a flat white with an extra shot in, so I'd had like equivalent of like 7 or 8 shots of coffee, and my heart was doing this, but my head was just, it was weird. It was like, I was saying to the guys, it was like walking in the park but having a heart attack. That's where I felt. It wasn't like I was walking, because if you look on when I'm walking, I'm smiling, I might be coming out, but I was just pacing up and down with my head down, thinking, I don't know how I'm controlling this heart, the speed of my heart and stuff. And I went into the first round, and obviously with that much caffeine in you, you shoot and then you just drop off. So I shot out the first couple of rounds and was flying, got the cut. Obviously that amount of caffeine in us again, the blood was just flying out. And then
I remember it well.
And then I went to get up in the 6th round. I just had no power in my legs or anything, and I was like, this is not good. So I thought I'd try and make my way through the round, and I just obviously, I would have got back up. I was getting back up, but Adam threw the towel. He said, I only got to know that Adam said to the guys in the corner, if I ever see Josh in trouble, especially in this fight, I'm not letting him push through. I'm going to toss the towel straight in. Should that fight went ahead, like me being like that? No. But Was it a fight I had to take? Yes, because I'd already put myself in that position previously, and I was no way I was pulling out of it. And that's the thing is, I wanted to win that much. I put that much pressure on myself growing up that I eventually just it all got risen that hypochondria thing and touching things, and I touched this twice. If I don't touch this twice, I've got to do this, and I had loads of little things, hiccups. Couldn't leave the room out like shutting the door so many times. It was mad. But like I said, I took a year out, and the year did us so much favours. It was like, even in normal day-to-day life, it was like, I feel unbelievable. Like I'm walking on air. So a boxing fight now is nothing. Like, it's literally nothing at all. I'm starting to really love boxing again. That's the thing.
And it's nice to hear. But one of the things that I really like what you said there, and fair enough, coincidentally, it is. I think it was Mental Health Day yesterday, where people putting up posts. I shared one myself. You've touched on something there that your dad said, I've just seen you in the press conference and you were fine, but you weren't. I think sometimes people can misconstrue mental health just because they see you smiling on camera, you're doing what you're doing what you're paid to do. They're not really seeing below the surface. Those short moments that you're on camera isn't a true reflection of what's going through in your mind.
100%. And I think more people starting to speak about it. I've never spoke about it because it's never really a thing I've really wanted to open up about, because I just, in this sport, you sort of, it's like a manly, you don't want to ever show any weakness, but the fact that I'm totally over it, and like, not, you're never totally over it, you're always battling a little bit, but you more or less over it, that I can open up about it a little bit more. But everyone always goes, oh, people's jumping on the mental health bandwagon and stuff like that. It's not, it's when you've lived with it, when you've done, affects everyone, your family, everything, so it can get you down.
And I can understand that, because kind of like Callie said something else that sort of like coincides with that. You were painted as the next best thing. So there's added pressures of you expecting to perform. Like you said, looking back, should you have probably took that fight? Not the state you were in, no, but there was no way that you were going to back out. And it's those outside pressures that you felt as well.
Exactly. And now, life's a breeze, mate. Listen, no one's gonna get out of it alive. So why about taking it? So you got 80 years. I was at some bad news of like some relatives of me, family side and stuff, and different things like that. And you realise how life can be took away from you so quickly, and how precious it really is. Obviously, I'm getting deep, but how precious it really is. So you got to really enjoy every second. Try and enjoy every second of it. Like, you're gonna do that every day, probably not. But if you can make the most of it, if it can be a 60% thing what you do, and be conscious, then you live a lot better, more healthy, happy lifestyle.
And I'm going to say it's not deep, it's just you being honest. There'll be other fighters or other people, just in general, that will understand and that will be able to relate to what you're going through. So it is important to pass those messages across. But we are here today. You've had that year out. You've obviously come up the weights. I think have you had 2 fights since you've been back now? So we're going into a fight. Troy's always wanted to fight you. I've heard him call your name out. I think it's probably about 12 months ago. So I'm getting here now, finally working on that. What do you see in Troy that you can take advantage of?
A lot, but he's obviously a fit, game, strong kid who wants to come forward and put the pressure on. And if I can't prepare for that, then like it's like someone saying what they're gonna do and then doing it. If you can't prepare for what you know someone's gonna do, then you're an idiot. So I'm gonna be fully prepared for a grueling pressure fight, but it's what I'm gonna do, which is gonna make the difference. I don't think he's ready for what I'm gonna do.
We talk about you moving up in weight. How have you found it since you've moved up in weight? A couple of things online have doubted, or not doubted, but said that your speed has reduced. You've kind of like lost that speed that you had at the lighter weight. Your thoughts on that, and is that something that you've still been working on?
No, I think I'm still. Well, I know I'm still performing in the gym, and I will perform on fight night. But I think between the last fight and the other fight, I think I might have put a little bit too much weight on before I went in the fight. So that's just the thing you need to push up on. Them things can happen. Obviously, I still performed and got the win. So I took what I took from the fight, and I've got things in place now, making sure I'm going to be extra sharp.
Extra sharp is something that you're going to have to be. This is going to be a good fight. We know that Troy is not somebody that's afraid to go to war. Obviously, the standout fight for all of us was when he fought Ted Cheeseman. What a battle that was. And then even being on the canvas with his last fight and then getting up to still carry on and get the win. That kind of mindset, talk to us about the mindset that you have to have, because he's a fighter, and I've spoke to him just, he said he wants to break your will. How do you counteract that?
Listen, there's going to be no breaking. There's going to be no breaking in there. He's going to dance to my tune on fight night. That's what I'm going to say. He's been to the well a lot of times. Like you said, he's about 31, 32. It's not old, but he's not fresh. He's been in some wars, and like I said, he's been to the well a few times. I'm really fresh. I can go there. A lot. So we'll. Listen, Troy knows he's in deep. He's in deep now.
We like it. Obviously, it's fighting talk, and that's what we want to hear. You are in an exciting division. Names that are in the division, and like I said, this is no disrespect to Troy. You are not overlooking him. But obviously, your stablemate, Abbas Baru, is in the same division. You've got the likes of Israel Madrimov. There's other fighters up there. An exciting division, and you're going to start, should you come through, on Saturday, the 2nd of December, you're going to start creeping up those ranks, and those are the sorts of challenges that you're going to have to face. How's that feel?
It feels good. Listen, I'm just here I'm enjoying it now. So the more I enjoy it, the more I can't really take this stuff serious. When I do, I have a bad night. So I'm not taking nothing serious. I'm enjoying it. These guys are top class. They're good, but if I'm in the sport thinking someone's better than me, then I'm in the wrong sport. You can't be going to work. You can't be going to fight another man thinking he's better than me. Do you know what I mean? You know, in my eyes, when I'm fight night, I'm better than anybody who steps in the ring. And on my best night, I believe I give anybody in the world trouble in the ring. So, because I'm tricky and I'm horrible, and I'm a lot tougher than people think. Behind these I'm only joking. Listen, no, I am tough. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see how far Troy can push us on fight night.
We like that. I can see the energy. You're even pacing from side to side like you wish it was this weekend. That is the energy that we want to see. Listen, it's going to be a good fight. I know that for a fact. Really looking forward to seeing you back out again as well. And it's nice as well to see that you're really starting to get active. You know, inactivity with boxers can be the death of them. But you're someone that's, you know, you've had your hiatus, for want of a better word, and you've really knuckled down. And you're looking to go again.
Yeah, we'll do this one and then get this one done and dusted, and then we'll see where the next fight will take us.
October Red Boxing with the lovely Josh Kelly. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
I'll get in the ring fight.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.